Someone said recently that the desk was looking particularly tidy, so I thought I'd cover it in oranges. Makes it a bit difficult to do a next, but next. For weeks now, maybe even months, I have been saying to Specials, the pharmacy, that they are the only pharmacy that I've had experience with in this medical scene that send out all their meds in a thinly bubble wrapped paper bag, then in one of these Royal Mail bags. Let's use the Sitka as an example. The Sitka is 100 quid. 100 quid to get our medication that comes in a bag like this, and it comes in a thinly padded paper bag with then a carrier bag. This is going to get squashed and knocked about, God knows how much. Who knows what kind of treatment it's going to get in the back of a van or as it's going through the system. Even my asthma meds and my antidepressants, when I get them through the post, which come boxed already, they come in another box. They come protected and they're in a box and they're made of plastic. If I was getting my monthly meds, I may have spent about 600 quid with Specials. Righteous indignation. They then send those expensive meds just in a thinly wrapped paper bag, just to save a tiny, tiny fraction of cash for them and show us and the meds such complete and utter disrespect. So every single time I've ordered something from them in the last God knows how many months, sent an email to them saying, can you send my medication in a box because of everything I've just said? Most of the companies that send us meds send it in a box with fragile tape written on it. That's respect for what we're paying for. That's respect for us. A thinly padded paper bag and then one of these is not respect. Rant over. Let's open this. So it has actually come in a separate box. So the box comes with filler. So they are capable. We've got something slightly special here today. Whether the meds themselves are going to be special or not, I have no idea. But I've not seen anything like this on medical since I started. So let's do this properly. Next! Look at that. This comes in its own fancy box. It's embossed on the top. Now, obviously, this packaging means absolutely nothing. However, that's how it comes, and that's kind of fancy. Let's have a closer look. So this is the Superseed Gilt Cock. So we've got Gilt Cock, which is Gelato Cheesecake. This is produced in Canada, cultivated in Canada, a brand from Canadian Craft Cannabis Company Limited. This was already available in the Australian market, so I got to see pictures of it before it came here, and I knew that in Australia it comes in this packaging, so I was intrigued to see what we'd get over here, and we have got the same packaging. Medical companies have been telling us for a long time that they can't afford to do glass, and now along comes one medical company doing exactly that. Look at this. This is something we should be seeing on everything. We have CBG ratings. Holy moly, that's fantastic. Total terpenes are less than 3%. That's generally not great in my experience, 2.76, but we'll see, because obviously that terpene level means less if these meds have been treated badly along the way. But we also have percentages, actual percentages for terpenes, and then we have some of the usual bump at the bottom. Hang-dried, hand-trimmed, slow cold cured, hand-packed. And also this curing thing. We've got one company claiming that their meds are cured for something like 2 to 3 months. Now, I think they've gotten slightly confused with the meds just being kept in storage while they're on their way to getting here, being checked and tested and all that kind of stuff, and actually being cured. There's a bit of a difference. Being cured does not mean just sticking it in a tub and leaving it there and just ignoring it for 3 months and then being able to say to us, oh yeah, we've cured it for 3 months. Let's have a look. We've got a batch number as well here. So batch number A331263. And this expires at the end of May next year. Superseed Gilt Cock. 100 quid. So if these folks can do it and still make a profit, why is everyone else just using bags? What a big jar as well. This jar is actually surprisingly large. And I assume it should be sealed under here. Yes. Not a puffy seal. So yeah, all you cheapskate companies doing bags and crappy plastic tubs, take note. Glass, that's what we want. Oh, that gave a little, as I opened it, a little hiss. What's the huff immediately? Well, I can smell it, put it that way. Yep, it actually smells. Wow, that's got actual scent. I'm gonna leave that just there, tantalizingly. Look at me tantalizing you. And we're gonna have a quick look at what information we've got. So this is indica dominant. This is hydroponically grown in British Columbia, Canada. It's a cross between gelato and cheesecake, hence the name, Gelato Cheesecake. It's got images on the patient information leaflet. So total terpenes, it says here, is 2.4%, whereas on here, we've got 2.76%. CBD is less than 1%. CBG is 0.72%. Limonene, myrcene, linalool, transcaryophyllene and beta-pinene. We have pictures of the fresh plant. We have a macro shot of the fresh plant and a macro shot of the dried flower. Now these macro shots that they've got are not particularly macro shots. They're not scope shots. They're not particularly showing you much. And their image of the dried flower looks like it's just covered in cheese. There's no heads on the outside there on their macro image. That's not very good. Hand packed in glass. Every batch undergoes a meticulous patient-centered 4 moments of truth organoleptic assessment to ensure consistency and efficacy of each dose. I guess I'm going to have to look up the word organoleptic assessment. This is how all companies should be bringing us our meds, in glass. This is how it should be done. We have a massive problem with disposable single-use plastics in this industry. We could be providing everything in reusable glass jars. I will be using this jar as my table ABV jar when it's finished. Oh, that smells. I've just opened it again and I could smell it from like a foot away, 2 feet away. That's good. That's good news. Just as a descriptive exercise, let me look at some of this under the light and with my little photography scope, and then on the next video you actually get to see it all. This has lovely colours, lots of purples and greens. It's not sparkling that much on the outside. It's well trimmed, buds are decent sizes. Let's see what it looks like close up. Oh yeah, that's all cheese. Wow, that's nearly nothing but cheese on the outside. Snaps well, doesn't feel too dry. It's a little, oh, it's sticky on the inside. Wow. And the inside is a bunch of amber, lots and lots of heads. Oh, there's definitely amber in there, wow. The inside of this is going to look good under the scope, I think. The outside is going to look bad. It smells good though. It smells creamy. That is sticky on the inside. Wow, it's just stuck to my nose. Next video will show you all of the bud and do a taste test. Stay tuned. This is kind of fancy, and for the money that we're spending, deserved. Anyway, thank you for watching. As always, stay classy, stay medicated, and speak to you soon.